Okay, hello again. I'm back, and I've got a bit of a more decent set of cards here. It's not ideal. There's still at least one more ability I really wanted to show off, but let's see if I can get a bit more lucky here. If not, I'll just have to do another game and try to show off a bit more. Okay, so this card, if you remember, I used this before, but I haven't got two of these this time, so there's not much point in keeping him in there, so I'll get rid of him. Clear Weather, that's good. They're always good. And I seem to have a fair few close combat cards, but I'm going to get rid of Vest in hope of getting something better. And I did. Fantastic. Okay, so I have two cards that I'm going to want to show off in this one. I'm going to sacrifice this first round, because what I have here is a spy card. Now these are good to use early on in early rounds when you want to sacrifice a win, simply because they allow you to build up a larger hand of cards. You play that, it gets played on your enemy's side, because they're a spy, and you get to draw two cards. So really the spy cards, you really want that top score number in the top left hand corner to be low, really. I will just say, if you are just jumping on as well, and you're wondering what I'm on about with these things, you may want to watch my first Gwent video first, which I'll put a link to right now in the top there. Okay, so yeah, this is a spy card. The general idea is you use them early, and you get to build them up. You get to kind of like build up a stronger hand of cards by doing that, and hopefully I'll get one of the cards that I need in order to show you guys. One thing I will say, the decoys are incredibly useful if someone puts a spy on your side. You can then decoy them out, and then you can replay that card on their side and gain more cards and negate their advantage. But hopefully, well, they're playing as the monster faction, so they're not going to have a spy, so I'm not going to get to show that off. Your best cards usually, things like the Clear Weather, or if you've got weather effects like Torrential Rain, it's usually best to hold on to them unless you've lost the first round and you desperately need to win that second round. I tend to save my weather effects for the last round where you get to play around with your opponent a bit. Okay, so anyway, for the time being, I want to play this spy card. It will go on their side, on their combat row, and you'll notice on my hand, I'll gain two cards. There we go. So, okay, I've got a Biting Frost, yet another weapon one. Okay, so he's employing that tactic of being able to swap out my spy card there. He's going to put that back on my side at some point. So, right now, as per usual, I want to use my range characters so that I can use my fog without too much worry next time. Ah, that's interesting. He's gotten a spy card that I'm not going to be able to decoy out. So right now, as you can see, I can't select it. I'm pressing up right now, and I just cannot select that one. Okay, so this guy's going to be tricky. So, what can I do from here? I'm not going to use any of my really good cards. I've got Dandelion, who I'm actually now not going to be able to show off. So I can probably afford to use one of these right now. He can't really do too much about him. Hopefully he's going to play his spy card. There you go. That I dropped. So I'm going to I'm going to initiate the exact same tactic he used. I'm going to take him back. You see, he's got a pretty big advantage over me now. Okay, the horn is an interesting one. You get to double the score of everyone within a row. So what I'm going to do now is give him a spy. Okay, that's good actually. Something's worked out pretty good for me there. Now I can see I have a lot of siege weapons here. I have a lot of siege weapons, and I could probably stand to lose this weather effect. So if I use the Torrential Rain, it drops him down, and I can take the round and gain another card. So we're on even card footing for the next round now. unfortunately he gets to keep his siege weapon there. Okay, it's not the best card to get, but this actually all works quite well for my Dandelion card, which I will show off shortly. In fact, I will show it off now. Okay, so I'll start with my first few turns by using a few close quarters characters. Okay, this is going to be my downfall for this one, is this guy's going to have all his neckers and things like that. If he's got more cards like that, I could be in deep trouble. Okay, so let's throw him there. Okay, now I used up... I have been a bit unfortunate with this, because he's had 2 of those horn cards. Like I said, they are useful. They will raise the stats of your row that you choose. You can only put 1 per row, though. Okay, so at this point, I shall use Dandelion, and he's got that horn ability, which is the same as that one. He's only limited to doing this to the combat row. However, he does have that extra combat row score, so you get an extra 2 thrown on there as well. So he's probably got a Biting Frost, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to use that soon enough. Okay, he's used a character card there, which isn't too bad. I feel very tempted to sacrifice this round. Now, this card here is important, and I will use that in the next round. Basically, I have a Biting Frost card and I have some character cards there, so I can use that next time without too much worry of reducing my own stats. So I'm going to use one of my siege weapons and hopefully get him to waste a card. Okay, that's good. It's another one of those cards which is going to be horrible to deal with. So at this point, I'm going to pass this round. I'm just going to give him this one. Now, he doesn't gain any cards from winning, because that's not his ability. However, he gets to keep 1 card. Okay, so start of the round, he goes first. And unfortunately, he gets to call people in. Okay, that's not too bad. I have my Biting Frost, and I am not going to use it yet. But I am going to reinforce my front row there. Okay, this is good. This is actually what I was hoping would happen, because I have that Biting Frost, and I can negate pretty much all the strength they're getting out of that. But first, I'll demonstrate this. Basically, this card, what that little plus sign within the heart means is she gets to call back a card that's already been discarded. So if I do that, I now have access to all this. If I had a dummy card as well, what I could do is actually, and this is a tactic that is very, very useful. You use it, you bring your card out that you want to regenerate, and then in your next turn, you dummy out that medic card that I put down, the first card that I put down. Then you get to use that ability again. That's where the dummy cards become really useful in getting more cards onto that board. So anyway, at this minute, the one I probably will want most is this one, because I'm going to be using a Biting Frost, so bringing someone that's going to be in the close combat row isn't really going to help me. So there you go, he's passed now, and at this point, I'm going to make him regret passing. So there you go, that 43 has been reduced down to 9, and I've won this game in 3 cards. So there you go. That is essentially all the different cards. There's a few tactics you can involve there as well. I might just tack on maybe 1 or 2 more games onto this just to show it off a little more. I won't do any more speaking over it. I will simply play them out, and that will be it. So if you want, you can call it quits at this right here. If you'd rather see the way I play and maybe try to understand what I'm doing, I'll tack on a couple more games at the end of this. But anyway, this is where I stop talking. So thank you for watching. and I will see you again hopefully in the next video. Bye!